in the fifth week's exercises, we're going to look at text and time functions, and we're also going to go over some of the material we've looked at earlier on. As far as text is concerned, one example, just to bring one example from the further things we're going to solve, is we're going to go to Estonian Stock Exchange, which lists the stock, for instance, lists the stock owners of different stocks, and here is a possibility of getting a list of all the owners of one specific stock we've chosen. We're also gonna go to our university's Tallinn University of Technology's web page and get all the members of the faculty, of the business faculty, and then we're gonna make a simple comparison. We're gonna check who amongst the faculty's members are owners of that particular stock. Okay, but now let's begin with some easier text functions. The first thing we want to do is, let's say that our text has been is in different cells, but we want to stack it together. Let's say we were making some kind of a table and we want to make a person's name appear in the header of that table up there. Okay, so for that we have we can write equals, and the first name is in C7. Now we write an AND character. An AND character will join together two pieces of text. So the easiest way is to write equals C7 and B7. The only thing here is, if you have an international, some kind of a specific national version of Microsoft Office, when you write this B7, it actually right away turns it into something else. So for instance, in Estonian language, it turns it into ja, which is and in Estonian. So what you'd have to do is then is click on this undo button, undo, or you can give the undo command by clicking on Control Z. Hold Control and click on Z key. Okay, so here it is. We've written equals C7 and B7. Now, the next thing we want to do, we have this Tiina and Saar now together, but they're rather two together. There's no space in between. So let's take the formula and let's join it with some other text. In quotation marks, we write a space and we put another and symbol there to be able to join together three pieces of text. Okay. So here it is. Furthermore, we can now copy this formula, and we see that all the names are successfully joined together. And the next thing we want to do is we want to make this name, present some kind of an official version of this name, a shorter version, T.Saar. T.Saar. For that, there is a function that's called left. We write equals left, parenthesis begin. Now we write the same C7. And as we see from the upper hint, from the hint lower there, it expects from us the text from which to take it from the left and the number of characters, how many to take. So semicolon 1, and we close the parenthesis, and this takes T letter from Tiina. Okay, now it has to be T, quotation marks, dot, space. So what we do is we use and And now it has to be dot and space, so quotation marks, dot, space, quotation marks. And the third text we're going to have to add to it is the entire family name. So one more, and let's now enter B7. So here it is. We've concatenated together 3 pieces of text. The first is the first letter of Dina, the second is dot and space, and the third is the last name. And here it is. It really does work when we copy it. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to pull the name apart. On the contrary, pull the name apart. So this is this option of this example of those names of people. Here we have a name of a person who's a stock owner, and we want to pull this table to Microsoft Excel, which we will be doing later on, and then take these 2 names apart. The reason being that right now the family name is behind the first name. When we pull them apart and we sort them by family name, we will have a correct alphabetical ordering of the names. So for instance, for such a reason we need that procedure. In order to pull it apart, we're going to write again from left. We're going to take from Dinasar, which is the name together. We're going to take the Dina, the first name, out, and we're going to write equals left. Again, processes it from the left side, and the text is Dinasar, so it's D7. And now the question is, how many characters to take from the left? Let me just write it down quickly here. So the situation is as follows. We have T-I-I-N-A space S-A-A-R, Dinasar. And the thing we want to first do is we want to number these letters. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th is the space, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now there is a function that's called find, and we can look with find. We can look for a space, and it's going to return that a space in Dinasar is on 6th character. And then we're going to take with left. We're going to take out 6 characters. Okay, so it was equals left D7, and now semicolon, and now we want to take the 6 characters. It actually doesn't matter whether we take 6 or 5 characters, because this space in the end, the 6th character, doesn't mess anything up. So we're going to write semicolon, find, parenthesis, and now the hint down here shows us that find expects the text that we're trying to search. So we write semicolon, quotation mark, space, quotation mark. So this is the text. We're looking for a space. And semicolon, D7 is still the place we're looking for. So we're finding a space in there. And now, just to really quickly say, if there is such a formula in Excel, what Microsoft Excel does is it runs the formula from inside out. So it's at first it's going to run the find. Find is going to find the space at the 6th character. So find is going to be replaced with number 6. Here it is, number 6. And then it's going to use left D7, 6, and it's going to take out 6 characters from the left side. So all the formulas are run from inside out. We're going to see the next example as well. So left D7, find, parenthesis, quotation mark, space, D7, and that's how it works. Okay. Now the next thing is, we would like to get the family name, but this is more difficult. Namely, there is a function called right, which is going to take letters from the right side. But we want to take SAR is 4 letters, so 4 letters, but how to find that out? There turns out to be a function that's called len, which stands for length, which gives us the length of DINASAR. Length is 10. And then there's another function, which was this find, and we're going to find where the space is, and the space is going to be on the 6th character. So length gives us 10 as the length, find space gives us 6 as the character number, and always when we do 10 minus 6, we get 4, and this is always the length of our family name. So whichever family name we take, it will process it correctly. So it's going to be like this, equals right, we take it from the right side. Now it's going to be the text itself is in D7, right, D7, semicolon. Now we have to say how many characters to take from the right side. So it's at first len parenthesis D7. It takes the 10 character length of DINASAR minus, and now we want to find where is the space at the 6th character, so find parenthesis quotation mark space quotation mark semicolon D7 parenthesis close, and this formula is once again run from inside out. At first it takes the length. Okay, this is 10, and it replaces itself with 10. Then it takes the find, and its find gives us 6, and it replaces itself with 6. Then it does 10 minus 6, which is 4, and replaces itself. And then it takes from the right side, it takes the 4 characters from the right side. So that's how it works. And here it is. The family name has correctly come out of that formula, and all the formulas were correctly for names of different lengths.